guys, I'm Victoria. On this channel I talk about all things music related, music reactions, music reviews, and concert reviews, and much more. The type of content, please subscribe. I love and appreciate it. This is my first concert review video on my channel, and I hope to do way more. It's gonna be about Greta Van Fleet, and I saw them in Bridgeport, Connecticut for the Strange Horizons tour for 2021. I haven't been to a show in like a year or two, and which is crazy to like think about. My first concert during a pandemic. Second time seeing Greta Van Fleet. I saw them in 2019 in Forest Hill Stadiums, New York, and this is my second time and my first time seeing Gardens Gate being performed. The video will also have timestamps left down below so you can skip through what you want, and let's get into the first part of this review. It was Hartford Amphitheater in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The show started at 7 o'clock. They were a little bit behind because it's a brand new venue. I got VIP, so I waited kind of like a while, but I also got in before everybody else, so I was fortunate enough to get pit. I got second row, waiting in the Listerine Heat all day. First opener, the Nude Party. I actually kind of heard a little bit of their music before the show started. I was very intrigued by their music. Had a little bit of an idea what I was getting myself into. Them played multiple instruments, which was very different for me to see. One who was on like the hand drums with the maracas and the tambourine all at the same time. Lead singer who was playing the harmonica as well as singing. Even at times bring the microphone down to a lower level, so it just matched with the environment and the entire show and in general. Who this band was, and I would listen to them talk to everything that they were saying. They were like, who's this band? Like, I don't know them. By probably the first or second song, I could hear everyone around me being like, oh my god, who is this band? They're amazing. I'm blown away. Believe like what I'm witnessing in front of me right now. Such talented artists, completely blown away. One really catchy song, and they found a way to entertain the crowd in really different ways I haven't seen before. Refreshing, and you can tell not only did I feel that, but everyone around me did. Connected you in a way. I feel like you were just hanging out in a backyard, listening to some music, jamming out with your friends type of vibe. I feel like when you can connect with strangers over a band that you've never seen before, and everyone is just talking to each other about a band, you know this band is good. I know Greta Van Fleet picked out the openers for their band, so that was a great opener. I highly recommend you guys check their music out. PM comes around, and then Langhorne Slim plays. Even before the show, he was just really soaking in his surroundings, like everybody in the crowd. He was just really feeling the emotions. And everybody was like, wow, I don't know what this guy's gonna be like, since the Nude Party was so good. And I think his music was a little bit more toned down than the Nude Party at first. He started playing guitar and pulling out his dance moves and really bringing in the crowd. Everyone was like, this guy's really good. He's so emotional and he's so passionate about what he's doing. You could just see it on his face in the way he acts and the way he sings and the way he looks into the crowd. The song that he sang about someone personal in his life, and it was really emotional. In the pit was like really like, wow, this guy's like singing his heart out, and you could just, it was amazing. When you sing a song that close to your heart, you can see the passion. It connects the musician and the listener together. Also, the song Changes, I believe it's called, that he sang. And both openers were a 10 out of 10. Amazing. Highly recommend to check their music out if you haven't already. Before getting started with this review, I'll let you guys know that on my Instagram at Victoria Alexander, I will have that linked in the description down below. I went live. I'm part of this big community of Greta Van Fleet fans, and I wanted those who couldn't go to the shows to be able to see it as close as possible, and there was only a limited amount of shows across the country. That was a really great way for people who couldn't attend to be there. I say that the band came on around 9:30. They had the people setting up the stage for them. It was beautiful. Featured all white decor from the drapes to the flooring, which was wiped and mopped. Group's crew before the set, and the crew even wore white, and I think they cleaned it up on the floor. Like, they made it white for the scenery, but I also think they cleaned it up because Josh don't wear shoes usually on stage. For the show, I was actually fortunate enough to see what the set list was, and it was 12 songs. Video montage made like an acoustic version of Caravel, and it was almost like this distorted sound, and it was really cool. Someone quoting something, but I couldn't really hear what it was exactly because like I was in the middle, so I couldn't see to the left or the right of me, and the crowd was just going crazy, so I just couldn't hear barely anything that was being said. Really built the momentum of them coming out. It was just electrifying, I say, besides electrifying, because everyone was just going wild. Onto the stage, they look super excited, pumped, ready to go. It was Built by Nations. It was phenomenal. Built by Nation starts, the entire crowd knows every single word. So impressive, and it just shows you how strong of a fan base this group has. Just such an unreal experience, one song in, and I was just so impressed. Sounded in person than on the record. Bands don't really translate from album to in-person live on stage, and they killed it. They had a really thought out set list and how they were going to transition song to song. They went from Built by Nation to Trip the Light, and the way they transitioned it was perfection. Ended up showing their classics. Josh was like, you guys know this one, or something along those lines. He did Highway to and Safari, Rising, back to back to back. Fans, new fans, everyone was just kind of in the moment together singing the songs, and I love that. It was so hot and everyone was exhausted, so seeing everybody come alive and seeing people that were like passed out, falling on the floor, like it kind of was crazy on the pit, I'm not gonna lie. They rushed as fast as they could back after not feeling well, just so they could hear these classics. Of the show that really impressed me is when it starts from Feet Above, then it goes straight into You're the One, Love, and Age of Machine, and it was a fantastic transition. The most emotional part of the show besides Weight of Dreams. Those 4 songs really shows how much they've grown, and I've seen them in concert before, so seeing them now being able to play this huge catalog of songs was absolutely amazing. Their highlight in between those 4 songs that I just talked about was Sam, because he would go between the keyboard and the bass, and he was just phenomenal to transition between multiple instruments at once, which was something that Danny, Josh, and Jake really weren't doing. Except Jake, he did bring the acoustic guitar out for, I believe, Heat Above or You're the One. I think it was 2 of those songs he brought the acoustic guitar out. And Broken Bells. Some shows that had songs that the other shows didn't. I think Nashville didn't get Broken Bells, Bridgeport did. Biggest song of the entire night, Weight of Dreams. It was probably the most anticipated song off the entire album. Weight of Dreams is the song that I think stole the entire show. Immediately knew once Danny hit those drums, it was time to go for Weight of Dreams. It was just nuts. The way they put the lights, it was like orange and white, multiple colors. It was just so fast paced. Josh gets his iconic tambourine out, starts playing the guitar, and you just know it's over for the whole night. Jake takes on full stage. This is where Danny, Jake, and Sam take on the show. Working hand in hand, and it was just such an elongated performance, and it was absolutely amazing. Jake was playing guitar for such a long time because that is the longest song on the entire album. If you're a Greta Van Fleet fan, you know this song used to be a little bit shorter, and it was progressing into a new song through the past couple of years, and to see it finally all together for the first time was such a spiritual experience. Guitar playing was just playing a story in itself. Concerts I've been to, it was probably one of the best I've ever seen in my entire life, literally. And it's after Weight of Dreams, I get off the stage, and then they get ready for the encore. They played 3 encore songs. This chord, Curtain Falls, way soon. The last song they ended with, and it ended really strong, and I feel like it was a song that brought everyone together, put everyone in a light mood. So fitting for this beautiful journey that they take you on through this performance and through the entire show. This concert was like a 10 out of 10. It was like 1,000 out of 1,000. Perfect concert you could ever dream of going to. Immerses you into the concert, into the performance, and you just don't notice anything around you except the community and the audience and the instruments, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. I was a little disappointed also not to hear Tears Are in Caravel, but I also know that you can't have every single song concert. You're just not really likely to get their songs. We weren't going to get the entire new album, so they try to play most of the songs on Battle at Gardens Gate. I'd say run, buy them. Don't think twice, just do it. Just do it. To add Greta Van Fleet experience, Fleet sends a message to a random fan through Instagram, usually before their new show, and they started doing this on the Strange Horizons tour, so you have to keep a lookout. And a little meetup message on the day before the first show, like a coin or a postcard or whatever type of limited edition merch, and a little meetup so you can get together with the community and the fans and get to know people maybe before the show. If you want to see this entire concert, check out my Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down any shows you've been to for Greta Van Fleet. Comment down your experiences. I'd love to read them. Any shows in the future, again, comment them down below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.